The papers were still warm when she slid them across the table. Her hand didn't shake. Mine didn't either. Our daughter was asleep in the next room, a soft breath against the night. And my wife told me she was leaving because she deserved exceptional. She said his name like a credential, Brandon. She didn't look back when she stood. I watched the door close and felt something settle in my chest, heavy, quiet, permanent. We met in a bookstore. She dropped a stack of paperbacks. I picked them up. We laughed. It felt easy then. We built a life with small rituals, Sunday pancakes, late movies. The way she used to squeeze my wrist twice when she was happy. When our daughter arrived, the world narrowed into something sacred. I thought love was a long game you win by staying. Then the edits began. Her phone face down. New lipstick. Late meetings that smelled like cologne and ambition. She talked about growth like it was oxygen. I noticed the pauses before she answered. The way she started dressing for rooms I was not in. I didn't ask. I watched. I learned. The proof arrived like a typo you cannot unsee. A message lit up her phone while it charged on the counter. Brandon had sent a photo. A restaurant I couldn't afford. A caption that called her brilliant. Exceptional recognizes exceptional. I closed the screen. I made dinner. I kissed my daughter's hair. Control is a choice. I didn't beg. I didn't scream. I read. Custody statutes, financial disclosures. I called a lawyer who spoke in clean sentences and promised nothing. I gathered documents. I moved money quietly, legally, predictably. I kept a journal of dates and words and absences. I built a record. I became boring. Boring is dangerous. She moved out fast. Brandon moved in faster. Photos appeared online, champagne, a view. He looked like a man who had always won rooms by entering them. I watched him win my wife by treating her like a mirror. I let them enjoy the applause. 6 months is a long time when you are precise. I renegotiated my work. Took on projects that paid in silence and leverage. I bought the house from myself by refinancing before the market shifted. I volunteered at school. I became the constant parent. Judges like constants. Children need them. The plan did not require cruelty, only timing. Brandon ran a consultancy that lived on reputation and a single anchor client. I knew the client. I knew their compliance anxieties. I knew Brandon cut corners to look exceptional. I didn't expose him. I asked questions. Questions move like weather. Audits followed. Contracts paused. Investors drifted. Brandon's voice on podcasts softened. He stopped smiling with his eyes. My wife started calling again. Small calls. Practical calls. She said she was confused. She said she missed stability. She said I was good. Good enough. The phrase landed like a slap I didn't return. The day he left her, she cried in my kitchen. She said he had chosen someone younger. Someone lighter. She said it like a verdict. I handed her water. I didn't touch her. I listened. Silence teaches faster than lectures. The confrontation happened where it began. A table, paper, calm hands. She asked if we could try again. For our daughter. For history. I told her history does not repeat. It accumulates. I slid a new document across the table. A custody agreement reflecting reality. Primary with me. Generous access. Clear boundaries. I had no interest in punishment. Only balance. She read it twice. Her breath hitched when she realized the house was no longer a shared asset. That the savings had been reclassified by law. That the timeline favored the parent who stayed. She asked how I did it. I said I paid attention. Brandon texted me that night. He wanted to talk. I met him in the parking garage of his shrinking office. He tried charm, then threat, then apology. I showed him nothing. I mentioned the audit. I mentioned the paused contract. I wished him luck. Luck hates being named. When I tucked my daughter in, she asked why mom was sad. I told her adults make choices and learn from them. She asked if we were okay. I said yes. Because we were. I don't feel victorious. I feel aligned. Justice isn't loud. It is the quiet click of things returning to where they belong. She chose exceptional and learned the cost. He chased youth and lost gravity. I chose patience. Good enough was never the ceiling. It was the foundation. And I built on it while they were busy admiring the view.